And we are live. Right, so thank you very much for joining us in the video creation room of the ET Open Chat. So this is the room where we'll be talking about what you need to do for your video portion of your application. And so I became a trainer back in October 2019. And the video that I did for my trainer was the second video I've ever recorded of myself. So I'd never recorded a video of myself before. So the first video I did was for the Google Certified Innovator, which I recorded in April 2019. And then obviously I went through the Innovator program, and then in October, I applied to be Google Certified Trainer, and that was the second video I did, but it's the first video I'd ever edited of myself. I had my technician help me with the first one, but he was called away on a health and safety training course for the whilst the trainer application was due, so I had to get out and edit myself. So the way the video works, and I know a lot of people get really worried about it, and it's probably one of the more daunting parts of the application, but it really doesn't need to be. I think what I would say is, so let's start with what the video is. So it's a 3-minute video, and you spend the first minute talking about yourself, selling your passion, showing off your Googliness, as Google like to call it, and generally showing why you want to be a Google Certified Trainer. So talk about yourself, talk about your passion, talk about what you do, maybe talk a little bit about how you've delivered trainings in the past. So that's the first minute, the first 60 seconds. And then the second 2 minutes, or the second part of the video, is basically you presenting a training piece. So you demonstrating something, and it can be anything related to Google Workspace, and it could be anything related to Google in general. So not just the Google Workspace apps. You could be showing off something in Google Chrome. You could be showing off
you can. That was my question. Yeah. So an extension. I was thinking of using. Yeah. I teach French. So with the remote learning and stuff, to incorporate that speaking piece, I've been using Moat, but I didn't know if that would meet the criteria. So
yeah, I would definitely talk about how to install the Moat extension and how to get started, and then relate to how you can use Moat within Google Classroom or within Google Docs, Sheets, or Slides, or something like that. Definitely keep it slightly focused towards the Google Workspace apps, but also, yes, you can show how to install it from the Chrome Web Store, that kind of stuff. But that's a really valid option as well there. So yeah, you can definitely do that. That would be a really great piece on how to sort of do the last 2 minutes of the video. So that's really how the makeup of the video is. The key golden rule, I would say, is you have a 3-minute time limit. Stick to the time limit. You could maybe go like maybe 1, 2, 3 seconds over. It all depends on how strict the person marking your application wants to be. To be on the safe side, stick to 3 minutes on the dot, no more than that. And then as well, for the first part, stick to the 60 seconds for the showcasing yourself part, and then stick to 120 seconds for the demonstration aspect of it.
Okay, so when you're talking about yourself that first minute, do you need to be on camera, or can it just be your voice, or they need to see you?
You can be on camera if you like. You can start off on camera, do a voiceover sort of thing. What I'll do is I will play my video, because I think that might be a good way to go about it. Let's do show tab. So can you see my video here?
Yeah, it's loading up there now.
Yeah, cool. So this is my video. I can't believe it's been viewed 600 times, but
Wow.
I'd like to see who's been watching it. But anyway, so as you can see here, I've just done a quick thumbnail intro piece, and then I also did included that thumbnail as a quick sort of transition, as you'll see. But it's just I just put my name there, Google Certified Trainer Application Video. I input the trainer logo, and then just put my Twitter handle, and then hashtag Google EI. And what I also did was I put the hashtag Google ET for the trainer.
Okay.
Sorry, Google EI is for Innovator. I also put the Google ET into my video title, and I think that would be really useful if you want to search and see other people's examples. If you were to basically just copy out the Google ET and search for that, you'll find quite a few public trainer application videos, which I'm not finding many at the moment. But
and what software? I've been using Screencastify, but do you use something a little bit more?
For this particular video, I used iMovie only because it was the only thing that I had accessible to me at the time. I'll briefly demonstrate Wevideo, which is what I now use for most of my videos. It is very, very simple and basic, but let me play the video, and then you can get a feel for what it looks like. Hi, I'm Abid Patel, and I'm the IT Director at the leading Learning Trust in London. My Google journey started in 2016 when we had a flood in the server at one of our schools, causing our server to fail. I used this disaster as an opportunity to restore all of our data from the traditional costly backup systems into Google Drive. This was obviously a huge change for our staff, but I was able to play a key role in training our staff and making them confident in using the new G Suite environment, and most importantly, the core apps. Our G Suite rollout has been an immense success, and I've since implemented G Suite at another 4 schools, and once again, led on the strategy and delivered the training for all of the staff to make them comfortable using the G Suite platform. I was also very lucky to have recently graduated from the Google Certified Innovator Academy in London. It was the most amazing professional development experience ever, and I really hope to use the skills that I've learned to deliver further training with G Suite. I'm going to demonstrate. I'll stop it there. So as you can see, I stuck to 1 minute for my intro piece. And you saw me just talk about my background, what I do, how involved I have been with Google and Google applications, and G Suite for Education, as it was known then. I would definitely, especially if you're applying now, make sure to use the Google Workspace terminology, because it shows that you know about the changes that have been made. Basically just sell yourself, show some passion. I know when I've looked at applications and stuff, you want to see people who are engaging, people who are exciting, people who are going to bring something to the community, and I would definitely focus on that. One thing that I like to show off is basically how I went about recording that video. So I was all alone, recorded that video. I found a nice space to record the video in, which was my school library. And then what I actually did was I set up a mini recording studio, and that is basically a laptop trolley.
Okay. Yeah.
I put a little stool on top, and then, as you can see here, I put some books there, and I was resting my iPhone where these books are. And then what I did was I wrote out my script on an A4 piece of paper and stuck it onto there. And then I marked some masking tape on the floor as to where I should stand. And so I would record myself and then go back, watch to see if I'm standing in the right place. So then that way I knew that here's where I need to stand in between these 2 crosses. and then I could just read off my script basically. And
okay, so not really. I mean, it's awesome. I'm just thinking. I keep thinking it's very high tech.
no, it's not very high tech at all. And it was just a case of, yeah, I literally stood behind, pressed record, ran to the front, and then counted myself down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I knew at that point, or gave myself a sort of wave to say, right, this is where I'm now the editing point. And I delivered the speech aspect of it.
And did you do it in one take?
I did it in about 47 takes, only because I'm a perfectionist, and things were just bothering me. I do stutter quite a bit, and the stuttering was just doing my head in. Honestly, I don't think many people will be too worried about it. Yeah. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist there. But
I guess you didn't edit it, like it's like you record yourself saying the whole thing. It's not pieced together or anything.
No, I didn't edit in between. No, I did 47. If I stumbled on the text at all, I scrapped it and started again. But I did the whole minute in one take. And it was about take 47. Yeah. But that was basically how I recorded that piece. And then the second bit of the video, I won't go through the whole thing, but it was basically just me. Here I used Loom, and I basically just talked about a self-marking quiz in Google Forms. So obviously being cut to the 120-second time limit, I didn't say this is how you get to Google Forms and this is how you create new form. I assumed people knew how to do the forms bit, because what I said is I'm going to show you how to create a self-marking quiz in Google Forms. I didn't say I'm going to show you how to create a Google form. So that bit of the video was sort of just an expectation that people knew that. But that way I could show this whole piece in that second portion of the video in the 2 minutes. I saw Leonard ask a question: could I create the video in my own language, or must it be in English? I don't know if I'm not entirely sure. I think there may be a different language application. So if you want to apply in a different language, I think you have to find the application link for different language. But I think it needs to be in English. If you just put your Twitter handle in the chat, Leonard, then I'll ask May, who's the head of the Google Certified Educator Trainer program, and then I can get back to you. Or if you just leave your email address, I can find a way to get back to you. So that's the second aspect, and I think most of us are familiar with recording either in Loom or Screencastify or anything like that, and then you just piece that bit together. And so once you've got the two pieces, then what do you use to create the video? I would highly recommend Wevideo. Wevideo is really easy get to use sort of thing. Let me just duplicate this screen, and I can show you what it would sort of look like. So if we go to dashboard and let's go to create a new video.
Does the free version have enough editing features, or would you need to purchase?
The free version allows you to export 5 minutes a month. And seeing that this video is 3 minutes, that should be more than enough.
Yeah.
Section for this particular video. So you can see here, I've got the Wevideo space here, and you've got your 3 areas for your audio, your video, and your video tracks. So say, for example, this was the first part of my video. So I can just drag once I've imported the video in, so I just right click import and then just browse for my video that I've recorded. And so I then drag that into the audio, to the video track there. So then you can see this is me just talking through this video. And then what I can do is if I want to,
yes, it's me. It's me. It's the ABI and the D.
if I wanted to cut pieces out, I can just select the cut button there, and then you can see it's now cut into 2 parts. If I wanted to remove that part, I just select it and hit delete, and it removes that part. And then I can move this to the front and stuff like that. So that's just basic how to do that bit. So if I wanted, if say for example this was my whole part of me talking, then that's that bit. And then let's say the bit where I was demonstrating something. So here I was demonstrating how to add audio to a video track. So here's the bit where I do my bit and then get to the end, and then it transitions onto the part where I'm doing a demonstration. And so you'll be able to run through that entire video, and then you can see, so this particular one works out to just 1 minute 57 seconds. If there's bits in there where I'm pausing, if I'm short for like maybe 2 or 3 seconds or something, if there's bits in there where I'm pausing, I might or R or something, you can always stop in the middle of a video, click on the cut button, and then let it play again until you remove that awkward pause or something. Click the cut button again, and then you see you've got that little slice there, and then you can just select that slice and then delete that slice, and there you've saved a few seconds for yourself, for example. That's just an example piece. Another thing that you saw me do in my video was I had some background audio. So at the start here, so you see I had some background audio, and I actually had it playing throughout, but I brought the audio down quite heavily through that video, because I was just looking at someone's video today, and so they said, could you just give me some feedback on my video? And what I noticed is they had the audio playing at the same level throughout the entire video, which meant I couldn't hear what they were saying. So a really useful thing to do is have a nice audio piece playing in the background. The one that I was actually playing was from bensound.com. So this is royalty-free music, and I think it was actually this one, ukulele, I think. Nope, that was one that I used for my Innovator video, but hey ho, let's download that. And just, it does say the license is free so long as you give them credit. So you can see in the video here at the bottom, I have put music by bensound.com. So it's always good practice to do that. You can also use the YouTube audio library. So if you go to the YouTube audio library, there are, that's not the YouTube audio library. There is a YouTube audio library, and I can't, there it is. And then you can go through the entire YouTube audio library here, and you can look for a piece of music that you like, and then you can just hover over that and then download it, and you can use that, and you don't need to credit it. Let's assume I'm going to use the ukulele piece. So if I go back to my Wevideo, what I can do is I've got an audio piece here, which I downloaded from the YouTube audio library. I can then just drag that into the to the track there. So you can see now, if I play,
Yes, it's me. It's me.
you can see it's playing in the background, and it's playing over my voice. But obviously you can't hear what I'm saying clearly, because the audio is playing quite loudly. So what I can do is I can just click on that little dot there where the volume level is, and I can just bring the volume level down, and then you just play around with it. I'll bring it down to 20%, and I'll have it playing at 20% for the whole duration of the video. And then if I go back to the start and then press play again,
Yes, it's me. It's me. It's the ABI and the D.
so you can now hear myself talking, but I definitely think that the audio is still a bit too loud. So I'll bring it down to, let's bring it down to 10%. And now if I play it.
Yes, it's me. It's me.
You see, now you can hear.
And the D, and I'm here again for VIA20.
So you can now hear myself talking, but there is that little bit of an audio playing in the background. You really don't need to do this. I just think it's a nice thing to do. It shows that,
add to the video.
Yeah, it just shows that you've added a bit of pizzazz to the video, makes your video look a bit more appealing, that kind of stuff. And you can have it playing through the entire video. So I did have it playing through my my demonstration piece as well.
You can choose to use one of the free audio tracks from the Wevideo stock media library, or you can choose to import. And
all I did as well is I just top and tailed it off with that little image. So you saw on my video, I had that bit, and I just did a little bit of a transition effect, which was the fade out, and then right at the end there as well, you saw I just had and then just a fade back in sort of thing, and you can put that into your Wevideo as well. So you can see here I've got this bit here, and I can just either move the video along, or so you can see insert and push, and then I can just say let's put a transition in, for example, and let's do a cross dissolve transition. So you can see now. Transitions to the video. So you see, that's just how to make it a bit more jazzy and a bit more sort of fun to sort of look and play around with. But that's the thing I would say, is just play around with the video. You know, the most important thing is your content. It's not necessarily how production value your video is. I just think it's something to look nice. But again, the key aspects of it are, you know, record a video of yourself, show off what you're doing, celebrate everything that you're doing, celebrate what you've done. Why do you want to be a Google certified trainer? What have you done? What have you achieved in order to get here? I think that's the most important thing. You want the person to want to like you. You want whoever's looking at education to want to feel that, yes, I am someone who can bring something to the community. And then again, golden rule there, keep it to 60 seconds. And then the screen recording part. And I think the screen recording part is really easy. Again, just showcase what you know, know it really well, showcase what you do, and then that way just record that, and then keep that under 120 seconds, and then put it all back together, and then you're good to go. Feel free to reach out on Twitter on the hashtag GoogleET. And you'll find all sorts of you'll find lots and lots of trainers on the Google ET hashtag, and you know, feel free to reach out to any of them. Feel free to reach out to myself, and you'll find lots of people who'll be willing to look at your video and you know, give you feedback before you submit your application. And I don't think there's any harm in doing that. Most of the community will be more than happy to help out. So I would definitely look at that hashtag on Twitter, which is Google ET. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much that for the video. So any questions is all I'll say.
I don't know. I think using Flipgrid.
I guess there's nothing stopping you to create, if you wanted to create a video using Flipgrid, you could do. Flipgrid is kind of powerful. I'm not sure how you would do the screen recording piece, but I think Flipgrid allows you to record screen now. I haven't checked, but if it does, and you feel that it's suitable, then go for it. But again, before you submit your application, feel free to just reach out to anyone within the community and just ask them, can you take a look at my video? And if Flipgrid does the business, then go for it. Otherwise, yeah, the way I recorded it on my iPhone, and then I screen recorded the training piece in Loom, and then I just put the two together in iMovie. You can use iMovie, you can use Wevideo. I recommend Wevideo because it's so much more easier. If you know Adobe Pro, Premiere Pro, that kind of stuff, if you're a lot more advanced and skilled in video creation, then you shouldn't have any problem with any of the more advanced tools. But if you're a novice like I am still with video editing, you won't go wrong with Wevideo, and the free version will be more than enough for what you need for this particular video.
For the what makes you googly, it seems like the couple of videos I've seen, it's been very technical. Like you uploaded everything to Google Drive from the servers and stuff like that. I haven't done anything that IT kind of related. For me, it's more just when we went to remote learning, just sort of taking a role of sort of guiding all these teachers that had never used the Google tools and sort of working with them and offering
absolutely
training.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be technical in any way. I'm an IT director by trade, which is why my example is technical. It's probably the wrong example to show in hindsight. No, it doesn't need to be anything like that. It doesn't need to be you are 100% all Chromebooks in your school and you're using Google Drive and all of that stuff. No, if you're passionate about the Google Workspace tools, then show off that passion. You don't have to say that, you know, I've taken 10 schools into Google Workspace and stuff like that. No, people want to see your passion. People want to see what you're doing, especially now with since COVID and remote learning. If you've been using Google Classroom, doesn't matter where your files sit, but if you've been using Google Classroom, show it. If you obviously feel confident with the products because you're applying to be a trainer, well, in that case, you know, you know that you're proficient with the tools. Tell us that, you know, I'm the one who led the training for all of my staff, and we all went remote learning, and we've done this and we've done that, and just celebrate that stuff. It doesn't have to be technical in any way whatsoever. It just has to be fun, really.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, just make it interesting.
It's been actually quite an experience. I've really enjoyed it, actually. Just the whole doing the different levels and just learning as I go and being able to share that learning with some teachers. And so I kind of stole Steph's idea of the bite-size video. So every week I've been creating a video to help them. So I'm getting some, because of the training piece, we can't get together, so it's all remote. So this was a way to get some feedback and sort of build up that part of the application. So that's why I was asking, filming like a 4-minute video can take me hours and hours.
Yeah, it can do. And yeah, this one took me the best part of a day because it was the first video I'd ever edited. Ever.
Yeah, and being a perfectionist too, right?
Yeah, and I didn't know how to use iMovie. I was literally learning as I went along. Just in the video where you see me do the pieces where I've put the Innovator logo and then I put a photo and stuff like that. It took me ages to figure out how to do all that picture and picture stuff. I'd never done it before. But yeah, I wouldn't be too daunted by that. You don't need to put all that stuff in. They're not looking at that. I just did it to try and show off. But
yeah,
ultimately, that piece isn't going to be what's going to make the Google Certified Trainer. It's you. It's who you are, and it's what you bring to the table. I've seen videos where people have just literally held their iPhone and like, you know, hi, yep, I'm a bid, I want to be a trainer, blah blah blah, and then did the thing piece. It doesn't have to be a production thing. It's just you selling yourself. I think it helps if you make it nice, because if you put the effort into it, then for me that just adds brownie points, really. But and it's not going to hurt you. But that's the main thing, is don't be too daunted by it, or try not to be too daunted by it. It's probably the one bit of the application that I found daunting for both the Innovator and for Trainer. And I would definitely, try not to worry, and just go for it. And the great thing about Trainer is if you don't get in the first time, you can just do another application the following day, and usually get feedback as well. So yeah, you should be good to go in your first or definitely second try. So
okay, and that's on a rolling basis, right? They have like a window open. I just went and see my application, so it's at 3 days left. So and then it opens again.
Yeah, I think it's every month. So if your application deadline is in 3 days, the next deadline starts the following day.
Okay. Yeah. I'm nowhere near ready to do that part yet. Like I said, I'm still gathering my feedback and sort of working on the application. But yeah, getting closer though. Who knew?
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
Right.
thank you.
No problem.
This has been very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll stop the recording there.